Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you all three of the new limited edition lipsticks from the Hermès Fall-Winter 2021 collection. I have all three of the shades here and I'm going to be lip swatching them and doing some comparisons and just sharing my thoughts on the collection as a whole, as well as the formula and each of the colors. So if you'd like to see all of that, just keep on watching. So the description from the brand of this collection as a whole says, the limited edition Rouge Hermès Autumn-Winter 2021 collection consists of 3 beauty objects designed by Pierre Hardy, inspired by the captivating ambiance of a night of dreams. 3 shades of lipstick in an intense and velvety matte finish. I've seen in a couple of articles, they're calling it the Radiance of Night collection. The 3 shades in the collection are kind of meant to be 3 intense colors that bring us into the cooler weather that comes with the autumn and winter seasons. So I'm going to start first with the Orange Brûlée shade. The shade is described as a smoldering orange like a harvest moon, a tawny glow in the depths of night. And Orange Brûlée means burnt orange. So let's see how this looks on the lips. So this is Orange Brûlée on the lips. It's a beautiful color. I definitely do think it falls into that category of a burnt orange. And the color is so strongly pigmented. It's a really one swipe full coverage type of situation with this lipstick. And the color is actually reminding me of one of my Lisa Eldridge shades, Velvet Dragon. So I want to do a little comparison between those 2 shades. So here we have the Hermès Orange Brûlée, and this is Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Dragon. Definitely in the same family. I would call them both burnt oranges, but I would say that the Hermès color is a tiny bit brighter, a tiny bit more vibrant, whereas Velvet Dragon has just a little bit more brown mixed into it. I think it just has a slightly earthier feel. And the Hermès may have a touch more red in it, but very similar colors. And I think both beautiful shades of burnt orange. So that's the Hermès Orange Brûlée. And this one here is Lisa Eldridge Velvet Dragon. I got quite a bit of staining with Orange Brûlée, and I expect it will be the same with the others. The next one I'm going to do is Rose Magenta. Rose Magenta is described as a cool, dense pink, intense and striking. So let's see how Rose Magenta looks on the lips. Here is Rose Magenta on the lips. It's a beautiful, bright pink. I love that description of it as a dense pink. And I think that's a really accurate description. And I think that that density comes through in the very high level of pigment, as well as the bit of depth that we find in this color. I think it's really beautiful, really makes a statement, but is still, because of the way the tones are balanced, and it's still a somewhat wearable color. So that's Rose Magenta. I have a couple of comparisons for Rose Magenta as well. I wanted to compare it to 2 of my Lisa Eldridge shades. So this is the Hermès Rose Magenta. This is Lisa Eldridge's Skyscraper Rose, and this is Velvet Carnival from Lisa Eldridge. Again, we can see that these are all definitely within the same family of colors. They're all bright magenta pink colors, but I can see a slight difference in each of these colors. To me, the Hermès one is the deepest. It just has a touch more depth in it than these other 2 colors. I think the Lisa Eldridge ones are just a little bit brighter, leaning almost more toward a fluorescent or neon type of color, where that little bit of depth that's mixed into the Hermès shade just tones it down a tiny little bit. But as you can see, it's still a really bright, vibrant color, but I think that little bit of extra depth makes it really special and really nice for the fall and winter seasons especially. So again, this is Hermès Rose Magenta, this is Lisa Eldridge's Skyscraper Rose, and this is Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Carnival. All right, and last but not least, we have Rose Tamisé. So I had to look up what Tammy Say means because I had never come across that word before, and I think it means subdued. So it's meant to be, I guess, a subdued rose or a subdued pink, and the brand describes Rose Tamisé as a dark rosewood shaded with purple, as elusive and diaphanous as the evening mist. This is the shade out of the three that I was the most concerned about how it would look on me, I suppose. It looks to be quite a cool toned shade and very purpley, and typically cool toned lip shades don't look that great on me. If they're a very bright cool tone, that's fine and that can look really nice, but these more sort of toned down, grungier, cool, earthy tones tend to be pretty hard for me to pull off, but I just thought it looked like such a beautiful color and I was just really curious to see how it would actually look on me, so let's find out. And here is Rose Tamisé. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how this looks. I think it looks okay on me, and I think that, you know, with the right blush color, the right amount of blush, and the right level of coverage on the complexion, this can look really nice on the lips. I think it's a really fun color for fall, definitely, and winter, and I like that it is really just different from everything else that I have, but it still has enough warmth in the undertones here that even though it is a pretty cool, grungy shade, it somehow still works and doesn't look too deadening on the skin. And I think the formula of this one actually feels a little bit different from the other two. I don't think this one is quite as highly pigmented, as like densely saturated as the orange and magenta shades. This one took a little bit more building to get up to this level of pigment, whereas the other ones were really just one swipe and it was full on color impact. I think that's probably a good thing for this color, for me at least, because it means it has a little bit more sheerness and allows a little bit more of the natural lip color to shine through if you want that, which can really help when you're wearing a color that isn't necessarily naturally flattering on you. It allows the natural colors of your skin and your lips to kind of mix in with the lipstick color and make it all work just a little bit better. So this is Rose Tamisé. And I actually don't have any comparisons for this one. I really have nothing like this in my collection, so this is a unique color and I have nothing that I could compare it with. I mentioned that the Rose Tamisé color is a little bit less pigmented, I think, than the other two, and I think that it feels slightly more satiny than the other two as well. They all feel really comfortable. I like the Hermès matte formula. To me, it feels very lightweight on the lips. It has a touch of a little powdery matte feel to it, but it doesn't feel drying or uncomfortable at all. And I can be quite sensitive to, you know, very drying and certain matte formulas on the lips. And I find that this one is really comfortable, really lightweight, and just glides on so easily. It wears off really nicely, wears off evenly, and as you saw, it really stains the lips too. So that helps with the wearing and with maintaining the color throughout the day. In terms of how it compares with the Lisa Eldridge matte formula, I find the Hermès to feel a little bit thinner, but I think that these two that I find more pigmented, they're around the same pigmentation level as the Lisa Eldridge Velvet. It's a very densely pigmented formula. So I think that's about it for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments below. I always love to see those. If you'd like to see more from me and you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'd really love for you to do so. Thanks again so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.